Hi, I'm Holly Whittock, Communications Director for Eventotron, and today we're going to look at sharing information with portals. Portals is a versatile tool that allows you to share information you choose about a selection of your shows with groups of invited users without giving them full admin access. You can then collect responses, scores, ticket and booking requests from your portal users. Clients use portals in lots of different scenarios. Today I'm going to focus on sharing information with press and taking ticket requests, gathering jury responses for curated festivals or seasons, and taking booking requests from venue managers. So to start with, we're going to look at the basics, how you create a new portal, and we're going to use press in this example. Before I begin, if you want to use portals, it's a free add-on feature. If you're on our subscription or one-off pricing plan, you just need to contact Eventotron and request that it's activated for you. So let's get started. I've logged into Eventotron and I'm going to my season or festival dashboard, and I'm going to portals and create a new portal. I'm going to give it a name, so press, create portal, and then here I'm in the options for the portal, so I'm going to give it a description. This is what your portal users will see. I'm going to choose an image from my forms. You can allow your applicants in Eventotron to access the portal if you want. Email for ticket requests, so in this case, because we're building a portal for press, this is important to put something in there. And you can filter on performance date, and you can also add in your own filters. Well, I'm not going to do that on this example. So I've done the options. Now I'm going to the template. This is where you add all the fields from your info collection. So this is basically everything in my info collection for this festival. So I'm going to choose the fields that I want to have appear to my press contacts. So things I think they'll want to see. As I say, this is all the information in your info collection, so obviously you're seeing my example festival info collection. Yours will probably be a bit different. So I'm just going to include this marketing information, the website copy and the image, and a video link if there is one, and the short copy, and then some ticketing information. Add the fields, and you can see all the fields are there, and you can drag and drop those fields to change the order. Now I'm going to add a section break, so this is just a heading, so you can split up the information. It's easier for your portal users to read. So I'm just going to drag that to where I want it to sit. And then I'm going to add another section break. And just put this, call this the show information. And again, I can just drag it and drop it where I need it to go. And you can change the order of your questions, of your event fields as well. Now I'm going to add a performance schedule. So I'm just going to give that a title. And I'm going to add some help text, just so you can see how that works. So I'm just going to explain how to download the image there. I think I need to change that. So drag and drop that to under the image, and then I'm going to add this ticket request box. So again, just give it a title. I can pop in some help text if they need some more information. I can set the maximum number of tickets per request, so I'm going to leave it at 1. And I could choose to have these tickets come from a hold in my Super Simple box office setup. I haven't got any holds set up, so if you had a specific press hold, you could allocate it there. And I've just added a comment box as well. So that's my template all set up as I want it. Now I'm going to choose which events the portal users are going to see. I can choose to manually add those, or I can include events automatically. I'm just going to manually add them, so I'm just going to select them. So I'm just choosing finalised events here. And then this users section, this is where you can actually look at the portal. So this link is for the portal, and only users that you've added can access that link. And you can see here the filters that I could search on if I wanted to, and here's all that information. So there's my audience information section breaks, show information section break, there's my help text there, and here's the performance schedule for this show, and here's the request tickets option, so I'll just show you that, and the comments box. So I'm now going to show you what we've just built will look like to a portal user. So this is where you add a portal user in your portal. So you just go to the users section, as we just saw in that little video, and you add a portal user, you put in the email address and the name. So I'm now going to show you what it looks like to that user. So they've been sent the link there, and now they're logging into Eventotron, having been sent the link, and they are seeing the portal. So you can see there. And I'm just going to search on some dates. So you can see I've filtered out this particular show on those, so there are performances on those dates. I can see all that information. Obviously I can't see the ticket sales button as the user, but I can see the ticket request button, so I'm just going to request my ticket for that show on the 1st of August. Send the request, and you can see the request is pending, and I can leave my comment as well. And now I'm back in as the festival or season manager, and we're just going to see what that ticket request looks like. So I can go to my events list here, and I can see that that's been viewed, and I can see there's a comment there, and you can see by clicking on it you can read that comment. And now I'm going to my ticket request section, and you can see here's that ticket request I just put in as a user, and as the festival or season manager I just click on it and I can either accept or decline that request. I'm accepting it. The ticket type is a season manager comp. You can change that if you've got a different hold that you want it to come from. All the information is in there. You could also choose to make that ticket something that needed to be paid for on the door as opposed to complimentary at that point as well. So that was a press portal, quite a straightforward portal, and now we're going to look at how you would build a portal if you use a jury to assess applications, or a panel to assess applications to your festival or season. So here's how we would go about building something like that. So we go back to our portals tab, create a new portal. I'm going to call this the jury. And again, pop in a description. I'm not going to choose an event image in this case because it's only applications, they may not have uploaded an image. I'm going to put a deadline for when I want people to have submitted their responses. Again, I don't need to take an email for ticket requests here, and there's no point in filtering on performance dates because these are applications, so they won't have any performances scheduled. I'm just choosing some event filters just so you can see what they look like, so we'll just save those. So you can filter on any information that you've collected in Info Collection. Right, so here we are in the template again, so I'm just choosing my application form questions there. So it's very basic obviously, but you might have a lot more questions that you want to add from your application phase. So I'm using the add score box option here, and I'm just giving, I want the scores to be out of 5, and I'm also going to add a comments box as well. So I think that's all we need at that point. And then in events, I'm now going to choose to include events automatically. So I can choose events in application, in registration or finalised. Now I will also choose some additional criteria that I might want to filter. So I might want this jury to only be looking at comedy shows. I'm not going to do that in this case, but that's just to show you how that works. And then again, users, we can look at how the portal will look. And so here are all my applications, and I can search on where those applications are from, just so you can see what how those filters work. And here's that information and the score option and the comments option. And this is just a slide to show you a kind of more complicated jury portal. So you can see here this organisation has taken responses, so they've taken the scores based on conflict of interest, and they've also taken a score on the application. And so you can see the viewers, the number of viewers each event has had, and you can see the different scores here from the number of users that have scored. And then if you hover over one of the black numbers there, you can see all the names of the people that have scored and what they've scored. So that's useful to know that you can look at that within the portal itself and see as responses come in. But I want to also show you that you can see your portal responses in the Events tab, so you can pull reports to see your portal responses, which is quite useful to see. So let's have a look at that. So we're in the Events tab. I'm going to highlight everything just for the purposes of this example. So you can see there's a portals option in the event fields to include, and the 2 fields there that I can pull through. And now you can see I can see the score, and I can see the conflict of interest question there. And if I click twice on that top of that column there, you can see it sorts the scores into order. So it's just really useful for you when you're looking through the responses to your applications, the scores that they've got. It's just an easy way to then approve those applications that have got the highest scores. Right, so now we're going to look at building a venues portal. This might be used in the context of a season or a festival that doesn't want to give venue managers full access to events. So I'm thinking about sort of rural touring schemes that work with venue promoters, and they want to give their venues a sort of a menu of all the shows that are available in that season, and then the venues can make booking requests against those shows. So the venues don't need to see all the details about the individual shows or events. They just want to see the key information that they need to make a decision as to whether or not they'd like to request that show in their venue. So here we are back in our portals tab and I'm going to create a new portal, and I'm going to call it Venues or Venue Managers. So create the portal, give it a description again. I'm going to give it an image. Obviously I want it to be active, this portal. I don't need to take ticket requests, but I am going to give them some filter options again. So template, I'm going to add event fields that I think are useful for venues to see. So I'm just choosing things that I think will help venues make decisions about whether or not the show is going to be suitable for their space. Again, you'll probably have more information, different information to choose from here, but this is just my example of festivals. So there we go. So if we've done that, I'm not going to do an awful lot with that, but obviously you can change order and add section breaks and things. I'm going to add event booking here. So very similar to the ticket request setup. I'm going to give it a title, and again you can enter some help text if you need to there. And then here I'm going to include events automatically. So I'm only going to include finalised events. So that's events that have completed all their registrations. So all the information is there about them. And you can see, obviously, just showing you the filter again. And yeah, so we just look through the portal. So this is, obviously it's quite basic. We've got an availability there, which is useful. So I'm now going to add a portal user, so you can see how that looks. So I'm going to add Tony Test here. So he's a venue manager or a promoter. So we're going to pop him in there. Create a portal user. Okay, and now I'm going to email Tony Test with that link, and that means he'll have access. So I sent him an email with the link, and now I'm logged in as Tony Test. So I'm having a look at the portal as the portal user would see it. And I'm going to make my booking request. So you can see my venue, which is my lovely Test Theatre, so that's Tony Test's venue. And I'm just going to request 2 different dates. Just put in a start time. So I think start at 7, and then I'll put in what I think I'll be charging for this show, ticket price wise, whether or not I need a marketing pack. So I'm just going for digital only there. If this was a film, I might need a DVD or a Blu-ray, so you can choose it there. And then any more information, so I'm just asking for some getting time information. And I've put in that booking request, and I can see that I've got a booking request pending against those 2 dates for that particular show. Now I've logged myself back in as the season manager, the festival manager. So I'm going to my venue manager's portal, and I'm going to see what those booking requests look like. So you can see here's Tony Test's booking requests. So he wants a great testing comedy at my lovely Test Theatre, either on the 3rd or the 10th. So I'm going to accept the 3rd. You can see here this looks exactly the same as when you add a new performance in dates, times and prices. So I've just saved that. I'm going to decline the other one. So now I'm going to my venues tab, and you can just see now that I've approved that booking, it now is sitting in my Lovely Test Theatres events, and you can see it's all programmed in there. So as I mentioned, you can, if a festival or season wants to restrict the information that venue managers see about events, you can use a venue portal to do that. So I'll just show you how you set that up. So I'm back in my dashboard, and I'm in the Setup Options tab. And if you go to the bottom here, you can see Event Access for Venues. So I've already chosen my venue manager's portal here, and that means that venues will only see what the portal allows them to see when they click on an event. So if you hadn't set your venue manager's portal and you've just left event access as full access, it would mean that your venues could see exactly what the event has entered for all your info collection questions. So that's it. It's an overview of the different portals you can create and how the users then see the information you're sharing with them. I hope that's been useful. Obviously, as I mentioned at the start, there are lots and lots of different ways that you might use portals. I know some of our clients use it to share technical information with their technical teams so that they don't have to give them full access to their festival or season dashboard. They're just going in and getting that the tech specs from a portal. So as I say, there are lots of different ways you might want to use it. If you do have any questions, please do contact us via the pink help button on the website, or you can email us at info@eventotron.com. Thank you very much.